I knew at 4 years old that I wanted to be an artist. My grandmother used to set me right here in this rocking chair and made me draw. She would get out Life magazine, have a stack of Life magazines here, and just keep drawing the pictures. There'd be animals, elephants, and natives and whatnot in it, and eventually I learned how to draw. My grandparents lived out in the country in Park County, and there really wasn't any toys or anything to play with. As we got older, my two brothers and I, we played out in the woods. You build forts out there, and that's where I learned that you could find clay in the creek. And I realized you could just mesh it up and make animals and things and put them up in the sunlight, and the sun would dry them out. That's my initial beginnings, is how it started to click that I could make things out of clay. I was working at the advertising agency, and I had someone come and ask me if I'd be interested in doing the Korean War monument for Vigo County on the courthouse lawn. I said, yeah, I could try. And so that was my first time, and I had no idea what I was doing. I would wad up pieces of newspaper and would duct tape it to a PVC pipe skeleton, but I got the figure built up and then put clay over the top of that, and it worked out. Primarily all that I've learned, I've self-taught. I believe that almost anybody can teach themselves. If they want to do it, they can do it. And even today, every one of my pieces that I do, every sculpture, statue that I do, it gets easier and it gets better. So it's just training. By the time I'm 90, I'll be really good. Most of my pieces are memorial, like veterans memorials. So I've done everything from World War II soldier, Korean War era soldier. I did the Veterans Monument for Salem, Roanoke, Virginia, and that piece has a lot of emotion to it. That's the piece that where the soldier's kneeling and has his hand up touching black granite, and in the black granite is an etching of a soldier putting his hand up so they meet. Right now I'm working on a piece for Vincennes, which is Francois Vincennes, and there are no paintings. Pretty much it's left up to me to make up what Vincennes look like. So I sort of channeled Vincennes, and I sat down one night at 2 o'clock in the morning and got a whole bunch of clay and sat down and thought, okay, Mr. Vincennes, tell me what you look like. I started on the eyes, and I usually do that on all of my sculptures. You know, I carve a basic egg-shaped foam head and then start putting clay on it. But the first thing that I start with is getting the eyes. I like to get the whole head pretty well finished, and then I can carry on with the rest of the figure, because it's almost like the way the eyes are and the way the head is shows me what the rest of the figure is how it's gonna look. That's the way it works out for me. I just got a picture in my mind of what his stance would be, and I pictured him standing alongside the Wabash River, overlooking the river and looking gallant and maybe contemplative. You try to do something that's going to have an impact on other people, and something that has a lasting impact. And I totally realize that what I'm doing is going to be here long after I'm gone. It's kind of neat to think that after I'm gone, 500 years from now, somebody will, if they take any interest in it, to maybe look at the signature on the sculpture. Not only will my legacy live on, hopefully the piece that I'm doing the sculpture of, their legacy lives on too.